So you want to be a leader in the hospitality industry. To do that, you need a blueprint for excellence. Well, today, we're going to build that blueprint together. This is your guide to running a hotel that's not just successful and profitable, but one that's respected by every single guest who walks through its doors.
Hello and welcome. I'm going to be your guide on this journey. With a background in modern hospitality operations and AI-powered performance support, I'm here to help you connect these core principles to the real world and to support your professional growth with Europe Hotel School.
Our blueprint for success is built on 4 essential pillars. First, we're going to start with the absolute heart of any hotel, the guest experience. Then, we'll pop the hood and look at the engine of service that makes it all possible. From there, we'll map out a solid strategy for growth. And finally, we'll future-proof the whole operation to make sure it lasts. Ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, Pillar 1. This is the foundation of our entire industry, the core of the experience. This is all about mastering the art and science of creating truly unforgettable guest satisfaction.
So what is the guest experience, really? In short, it's everything. It's the sum total of every single interaction a guest has with your hotel, from the second they think about booking to the moment they wave goodbye. Our goal is to make every one of those touch points not just painless, but genuinely enjoyable and memorable.
A truly memorable stay is built on a few key moments. Of course, it starts and ends with those first and last impressions, an absolutely flawless check-in and check-out. But the real magic, that happens in between. It's in the personalized service that makes a guest feel seen, the attentive staff who show they genuinely care, and the absolute confidence that if anything goes wrong, it will be fixed quickly and professionally.
And really, this is what it all comes back to. Every decision you make, from the staff you hire to the design of the rooms, it has to serve this one powerful objective: creating a memorable experience for your guests.
Okay, so we've nailed down the what, the experience we want to create. Now let's get into the how. This brings us to Pillar 2, the engine of service. This is where we engineer that excellence from the inside out.
Just look at this. It shows you 2 totally different realities for any hotel. On the left, you've got an untrained team, which leads to inconsistency, frustration, and unhappy guests. But on the right, a well-trained, confident team creates exceptional service and the kind of loyalty that brings people back again and again. The choice between these 2 outcomes, it all comes down to how you invest in your people.
And this brings us to a mindset that is absolutely crucial. Your staff, they aren't an expense line on a spreadsheet. They are your single greatest asset, period. Investing in their training and development isn't just a cost. It's a direct investment in the quality of your service and the long-term success of your hotel. Now, to support that amazing service, you need some serious quality control, because in hospitality, consistency is king. This means being obsessive about cleanliness, making sure service delivery is on point every single time, and having regular inspections and feedback loops in place to catch any little issue before a guest ever sees it.
All right, we have the experience dialed in and our service engine is running smoothly. Now we can focus on Pillar 3, the strategy for growth. This is where we take all that great operational work and turn it into a profitable, reputable business.
A huge piece of this strategy is smart revenue management. And listen, this isn't about setting one price for the year and calling it a day. It's about dynamic pricing. We are constantly adjusting our rates based on market trends, what our competitors are doing, our own historical data, and of course, simple supply and demand. The goal here is to get the absolute maximum value from every room every single night.
All of that work feeds directly into what is arguably the most important metric for a hotel's financial health, RevPAR. That's revenue per available room. So why is it so important? Because it doesn't just tell you how much money you made on the rooms you sold, it tells you how well you're maximizing the revenue potential of your entire inventory.
But profitability isn't just about smart pricing. It's about perception. And in today's world, a guest's first impression of your hotel probably isn't going to be in your lobby. It's going to be on their phone or their laptop. Your online reputation is now just as important as your physical one. So managing that online reputation has to be an active, ongoing job. It's a 4-part process, really. You have to constantly monitor online reviews. You need to respond quickly and professionally to all feedback, especially the complaints. You should actively promote all the positive things people are saying. And you have to build a strong, authentic online presence. Trust me, this is not optional anymore.
And now for our final pillar, where we really start looking toward the horizon,
This is all about building a resilient future. It's about making sure the successful operation we've designed can thrive for years to come, no matter what the world throws at it.
This really comes down to answering two key questions. First, how do we prepare for a crisis, for the unexpected? And second, how do we genuinely connect with this new generation of travelers who are more environmentally and socially conscious than ever?
Let's start with that modern traveler. Sustainability is no longer just a nice-to-have. It's a massive business opportunity. When you implement eco-conscious practices, you're not just lowering your environmental footprint, you are directly attracting a huge and growing group of travelers who make their booking decisions based on these values.
And to answer that first question, how to prepare for the unexpected, the key is having a well-defined crisis management strategy. Think of it as an insurance policy for your reputation. Having a clear plan in place before a crisis hits can be the difference between a small hiccup and a complete disaster. It's not about being negative, it's about being a prepared professional.
So there you have it, the 4 pillars that form our blueprint. It all starts with an unforgettable guest experience. That experience is powered by an efficient internal engine of service. It's all guided by a smart strategy for growth, and it's protected by a deep commitment to a resilient future. Together, these form the foundation for any successful and enduring hotel.
So, as you move forward and build your own incredible career, I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. Consider your passions, your unique strengths. As you start to make your mark on this industry, which one of these 4 pillars will you fortify first? Which one will you make your own?